Namaste, dear friend. What if I told you that around 80% of Indian seniors are accidentally making their nighttime bathroom trips worse by following the advice to drink less water? Uncle Mohan from Chennai discovered this shocking truth when he realized that drinking less water during the day was actually forcing his kidneys to work overtime at night, making his condition worse instead of better. Today, I'm going to share with you 8 hidden patterns that most seniors don't know about. Patterns that can transform your sleep within just 2 weeks. Before we begin, please type in the comments how many times you wake up at night to use the bathroom, so I know who I am walking this path with. What you're about to discover will completely change how you think about this problem. Here is something that will surprise you completely. Medical research shows that around 80% of Indian seniors are unknowingly making their nighttime bathroom visits worse by following advice that sounds perfectly reasonable. They are drinking less water during the day, thinking this will solve their problem. This is a key driver of nocturia, the medical term for nighttime urination. Let me tell you about Mrs. Sunita from Mumbai, who came to understand this the hard way. She was 68 years old and waking up 3 to 4 times every night to use the bathroom. Like most people, her family and friends told her to drink less water, especially in the evening. She followed this advice religiously, cutting her water intake from morning to night, thinking surely this would help her sleep better. But something strange happened instead. Her nighttime trips actually increased. She started waking up 5 and sometimes 6 times each night. The urine came in sudden, urgent waves that gave her barely enough time to reach the bathroom. During the day, she felt tired, but she was afraid to drink more water because she thought it would make her nights even worse. This happens because your kidneys become confused when you do not give them enough water during the day. When you drink too little water, your body thinks you are in some kind of emergency situation. Your kidneys start holding on to every single drop of fluid they can find, waiting for the right moment to process it all. The survival response kicks in during chronic mild dehydration. Dehydration raises vasopressin levels during the day to conserve fluid. But here is where the problem begins. When you finally lie down at night to sleep, all that conserved fluid suddenly needs to be processed. Your vasopressin levels crash and your kidneys go into overdrive, trying to catch up on all the work they could not do during the day. Mrs. Sunita's doctor explained it this way. Her kidneys were working backwards, being lazy during the day and hyperactive at night, completely disrupting their natural rhythm. The breakthrough came when Mrs. Sunita started drinking more water during daylight hours, not less. She increased her morning and afternoon water intake, and within 10 days she was sleeping through the night completely. Her body had learned to process fluids when it was supposed to during the day, when her kidneys were most efficient and ready to work. But why exactly do kidneys become so confused about their timing? Think of your kidneys as night shift workers who have become completely confused about when they are supposed to work. You'll soon see how gravity and posture actually help your kidneys, until dehydration throws them off schedule. Uncle Prakash from Bangalore discovered this strange pattern in his own body at age 71. During the day, his urine was always dark yellow and concentrated, but at night when he woke up to use the bathroom, his urine was crystal clear and came in large amounts. He could not understand why his body was working backwards. His doctor explained that Uncle Prakash was experiencing what medical science calls a disrupted kidney circadian rhythm. When you do not drink enough water during the day, your kidneys lose their natural timing. They are designed by nature to filter most fluids during active daylight hours when you are standing and moving around. Here is the science behind what was happening to Uncle Prakash. Your kidneys are meant to work most efficiently when you are upright during the day. Gravity and your posture actually help your kidneys filter blood and produce urine. When you are standing or sitting, gravity assists the filtration process, making everything work smoothly. Studies show that healthy kidneys naturally reduce urine production at night thanks to vasopressin, but dehydration disrupts this pattern completely. When you are chronically dehydrated during the day, Your kidneys cannot work efficiently even with gravity helping them. They do not have enough fluid to filter properly, so they go into a kind of hibernation mode waiting for better conditions. Then something dramatic happens at night. When you lie flat to sleep, all the accumulated toxins and concentrated waste that built up during the day suddenly flood your system. Your kidneys realize they have a massive backlog of work to catch up on. They go into revenge mode, working overtime to process everything they could not handle during the day. Uncle Prakash decided to test this theory. He started drinking 1 glass of water every 2 hours during the day from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Within the first week, his daytime urine became lighter in color. By the second week, his nighttime trips reduced from 4 times to just once. His body gradually shifted back to its natural rhythm, processing fluids when it was supposed to during daylight hours and resting peacefully at night. But Uncle Prakash wondered if there was a specific pattern to follow rather than just drinking randomly throughout the day. The answer lies in an ancient Ayurvedic principle that modern science has now proven works completely backwards from bedtime. This traditional wisdom holds the key to stopping your midnight bathroom trips, but most seniors have never heard of it. Auntie Meera from Jaipur slept through the night by front-loading 4-3-2-1 hydration. Science now shows why. Her grandmother taught her to drink like the sun rises heavy in the morning and light as it sets. Auntie Meera followed this pattern her whole life without understanding the scientific reason behind her grandmother's wisdom. Random sipping confuses your bladder's clock. 4-3-2-1 restores its rhythm. The secret formula is simple. You drink 4 glasses of water before 12 p.m. in the afternoon. Then 3 glasses between 12 p.m. and 3 p.m. Next comes 2 glasses between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. Finally, just 1 glass after 6 p.m. in the evening. The science behind why this reverse pyramid works is fascinating. It front-loads your hydration when your kidneys are most efficient during peak daylight hours. Your kidneys work best when you are upright and active, with gravity helping the filtration process. By giving them maximum fluid during their strongest working hours, you allow them to process everything completely. This pattern allows your kidneys to process the maximum amount of fluid during peak daylight hours when you are standing, walking, and moving around. Your body is designed to handle fluids most efficiently during these active hours, not when you are lying flat at night. The tapering effect gives your kidneys plenty of time to finish processing everything before bedtime. By gradually reducing fluid intake as the day progresses, your kidneys can complete their work and prepare for the resting phase during sleep. This method prevents the flood and drought cycle that confuses your bladder's natural rhythm. Instead of random bursts of fluid, followed by long dry periods, your bladder receives a predictable, steady supply that it can handle efficiently. The final glass after 6 p.m. should be sipped slowly over 2 hours, not gulped quickly. This slow, steady intake allows your body to process the fluid gradually without creating sudden pressure on your bladder. Try this reverse pyramid for 2 weeks. You could cut trips to 0. But there is one specific timing within this pattern that makes all the difference. What if drinking 3 glasses right away is the secret doctors never mention? Here is something that sounds completely backwards but works like magic. Drinking massive amounts of water first thing in the morning can actually eliminate your nighttime bathroom trips completely. Mr. Krishnan from Chennai was 74 years old and extremely skeptical when his doctor told him to drink 3 full glasses of water immediately upon waking up every morning. He could not understand why his doctor was so confident about this strange advice. He had been waking up 4 times every night for the past 2 years, and the idea of drinking even more water seemed to go against all common sense. But his doctor explained something fascinating about what happens to your body during sleep. Your body wakes up in a naturally dehydrated state after spending 8 hours without any fluids. During those 8 hours of sleep, your body continues to lose water through breathing and sweating, but receives no replacement fluids. This creates a significant fluid deficit that most seniors never think about. The morning hours give your kidneys a tremendous advantage that most people waste completely. When you wake up, your kidneys are fresh and ready to work. Your metabolism is at its highest level of the day. Gravity is working perfectly to help your kidneys filter fluids because you are upright and moving around. This is when your kidneys are most capable of handling large amounts of fluid efficiently. Studies show morning hydration boosts vasopressin response and reduces nocturia by kickstarting your entire day's filtration process when your kidneys are operating at peak capacity. Instead of struggling to catch up throughout the day, your kidneys get all the fluid they need right when they are most prepared to handle it. This creates a powerful cascading effect that sets the rhythm for efficient fluid processing for the next 16 hours. Most seniors wait until they feel thirsty before drinking water, but this is a serious mistake. Thirst signals severe dehydration, especially in people over 60. By the time you feel thirsty, your kidneys are already struggling and your body is in crisis mode. The morning flood prevents the afternoon dehydration crash that leads to evening overcompensation. After a week of 3 glasses on waking, Mr. Krishnan's nightly trips fell from 4 to 1. By giving kidneys their day's work early, you avoid that nighttime backlog. But even perfect morning hydration can be completely undone by what happens during one critical afternoon window. This afternoon window between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. will determine whether you sleep peacefully through the night or wake up multiple times to use the bathroom. Research shows kidney efficiency naturally dips during these afternoon hours, making this 4-hour period when most seniors unknowingly destroy their chances of getting good sleep. Mrs. Lakshmi from Hyderabad noticed her worst nights with the most bathroom trips always came after afternoons when she had forgotten to drink water. She would get busy with household work or watching television and completely forget about hydration during these crucial hours. During the afternoon, your kidney function starts to slow down naturally as part of your body's daily rhythm. When you do not give your kidneys enough fluid during this vulnerable time, they struggle to maintain proper filtration. This window can leave kidneys starved for fluid, so they overshoot at night. Many seniors make a critical mistake during these hours. They avoid drinking water because they fear it will lead to more bathroom trips in the evening. This fear-based thinking creates the exact problem they are trying to avoid. The cycle begins when afternoon dehydration causes your urine to become highly concentrated. This concentrated urine irritates your bladder lining and creates false urgency signals that your brain interprets as needing to urinate frequently. Your body reads this as an emergency situation and starts hoarding every drop of fluid for release during nighttime hours when you are trying to sleep. The breakthrough strategy that changed Mrs. Lakshmi's life was simple but powerful. 2 glasses between 2 and 4 p.m., then taper off gradually. This approach prevents the flood and drought cycle that confuses your bladder's natural rhythm. By giving your kidneys adequate fluid during the afternoon danger zone, you allow them to work efficiently instead of going into panic mode. Set an afternoon reminder on your phone to sip 2 glasses by 4 p.m. Mrs. Lakshmi discovered that conquering this afternoon window gave her the peaceful nights she had been seeking for years. Her nights improved within days of following this simple timing. But even perfect hydration timing means nothing if your bladder itself has lost track of when it should be working and when it should be resting. Your bladder has its own internal clock that can be reset just like a smartphone. This biological clock controls when your bladder should be active during the day and when it should rest at night. When this clock gets confused, your bladder starts working at completely wrong times. Dr. Patel had a patient named Uncle Ramesh from Pune whose bladder was stuck in what we call random alarm mode. Uncle Ramesh was 69 years old and his bladder would send urgent signals at the most unpredictable times. Sometimes he would feel no urge for hours during the day, then suddenly need to rush to the bathroom 3 times within 1 hour at night. Modern science has discovered that your bladder contains special circadian receptors that respond to 2 main signals from your environment. These receptors pay attention to light patterns throughout the day. Most importantly, they track your hydration patterns and timing. The bladder uses these signals to anticipate and prepare for different phases of the day. When these signals are consistent, your bladder learns to be more active during daylight hours when you are awake and moving around. It also learns to slow down and rest during nighttime hours when you need to sleep. Modern lifestyle has completely disrupted these natural bladder rhythms, creating chaos, especially in seniors. People expose themselves to bright lights late at night from television and phone screens. They drink water randomly throughout the day without any consistent pattern. The retraining protocol that Dr. Patel taught Uncle Ramesh involved two specific changes. First, consistent hydration timing following the same water schedule every single day. Second, proper light exposure, getting bright morning sunlight and avoiding bright lights after sunset. Your bladder learns to anticipate these consistent patterns and prepares itself accordingly. When you drink water at the same times every day, your bladder knows when to expect fluid processing work. When you expose yourself to morning light, your bladder understands it is time to be active. Medical research shows it takes exactly 21 days to reset bladder circadian rhythms. This is the same amount of time needed to form any new habit in your body. The bladder needs this full 21-day period to completely reprogram its internal clock. Uncle Ramesh tracked his progress carefully for 3 weeks. During the first week, his bladder was still confused. By the second week, his daytime urges became more regular. In the third week, his nighttime urgency decreased dramatically. The breakthrough came on day 22, when his bladder finally followed a predictable, sleep-friendly pattern. Could you stick to a fixed schedule for 21 days? Tell me in comments. But what if the perfect timing schedule was already discovered centuries ago by people who never experienced these problems at all? Ancient Indian texts contained precise water timing wisdom that modern seniors have completely abandoned. These sacred writings understood something about hydration that we are only now rediscovering through modern science. The knowledge was passed down through generations, but somewhere along the way we lost this precious understanding. Let me tell you about Pandit Sharma from Varanasi, who is 78 years old. He has never experienced nighttime urination problems because he has faithfully followed his grandfather's water schedule his entire life. While his neighbors and friends struggle with multiple bathroom trips every night, Pandit Sharma sleeps peacefully from sunset to sunrise without interruption. Traditional Indian households had very specific times for drinking water based on thousands of years of observation. What makes this fascinating is that modern medicine and circadian science now validate exactly why these ancient timings worked so perfectly. The traditional schedule includes 3 critical timing points. First is sunrise hydration, when your kidneys are fresh and ready to work. Second is pre-meal timing, which helps digestion and kidney function work together. Third is the sunset cutoff, which allows your kidneys to slow down urine production before sleep time. This schedule matches perfectly with circadian kidney function that modern science has discovered. Modern habits shifted these timings completely. Tea and coffee were introduced at all hours of the day and night. This moved people away from the natural timing of hydration and created the widespread problem of nighttime urination that affects millions of Indian seniors today. Modern seniors who return to these ancient timings experience dramatic improvements in their sleep quality within just a few weeks. The results are often surprising because people expect complicated solutions, but the answer was always simple timing. Pandit Sharma decided to teach his neighbors the traditional method that his grandfather had taught him. Within weeks, their nighttime bathroom trips decreased significantly. Some of his neighbors went from waking up 4 times per night to sleeping through the night completely. This ancient wisdom matches what urology and sleep research now confirm: timing is everything. The most powerful realization is that the solution to modern nocturia was hiding in ancient Indian wisdom all along. Our ancestors understood the body's natural rhythms and created a system that worked in harmony with these rhythms rather than fighting against them. But you might wonder if these principles actually work for real people facing this problem today. 3 Indian seniors from different cities completely reversed their nocturia by increasing their water intake, proving what is truly possible when you follow the reverse hydration approach. Their remarkable transformations show that drinking more water strategically was the key to their freedom. Mrs. Kamala Devi from Jaipur was 71 years old when she began this journey. She called herself a bathroom prisoner because she felt trapped by her constant nighttime trips. She was waking up 4 to 5 times every night and had not experienced a full night of sleep in years. Within just 3 weeks of following the strategic hydration approach with a liquid cutoff time 3 hours before bed, she transformed into a peaceful sleeper who looked forward to bedtime instead of dreading it. Uncle Mohan from Chennai tracked his progress carefully because he was extremely skeptical about drinking more water. He started with 4 nighttime trips per night and documented everything in a small notebook. Week by week, he watched his trips decrease as he drank more water strategically during daylight hours. By the end of 1 month, he was amazed to find himself sleeping through the night completely. Both participants shared one common pattern. They initially feared that drinking more water would make their condition much worse. This fear kept them trapped in the dehydration cycle that was actually causing their nighttime problems. Each person had to overcome this mental barrier before they could experience the physical transformation. What fascinated doctors was how each person discovered their individual optimal timing within the 4-3-2-1 framework. Some needed slightly more morning hydration, while others benefited from adjusting their afternoon intake. The framework provided structure but allowed for personal customization. They also regained energy, clearer skin, and sharper focus. Their digestion improved significantly with less bloating and discomfort. Energy levels increased during the day, and mental clarity became sharper than it had been in years. The collective realization among all participants was profound. The solution they feared most became their pathway to complete freedom from nocturia and transformed their overall quality of life. If you have been afraid to drink more water because of your nighttime trips, please share your concerns in the comments below. Your story might help other seniors who are facing the same fear. The truth about what has been causing this problem all along might surprise you completely. The hidden habit causing your nighttime urination was actually not drinking enough water during the day. When you boost vasopressin levels through proper hydration and restore your kidney circadian rhythm, peaceful nights become possible again. Ancient wisdom combined with modern science offers real hope to millions of Indian seniors who thought they had to accept nocturia as part of aging. The solutions we have shared today are not complicated medicines or expensive treatments. They are simple timing adjustments that work with your body's natural rhythms. Start the 4-3-2-1 rule tomorrow and reclaim your nights. Share your results in the comments below so we can celebrate your journey together. Please subscribe for weekly health tips and press the bell so we can continue meeting each week to share simple wisdom for senior health. You deserve restful sleep at any age. Let's make it happen together.